Okay, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Um, I think there, like I mentioned last time, I spent some time talking about this kind of floating foot. If you refer to the last video, you might want to fix that up a little bit. It looks like you did maybe take out a pose or two from. Um, the other thing is when she's, if you're going to have this sort of, that's too big of a head bob there, you might make that more subtle. The other thing is you can increase the up and down movement a little bit more to exaggerate that, which would help justify more of a head bob. So kind of be between the two, but right now the head bob is too big. You just could reduce that rotation. This sort of flickering is a little distracting. There's something about, I think it's the material of the leaves or something going, maybe the material of the tree, I think. That would be worth looking at. And then just the general graininess, you might want to turn up the, oh, you might want to fix this texture. That's a little bit distracting. So we can look at a few of those things. Um, so it's got both of these on it? How is that? Oh, is one like the leaves and the other's the... Okay, so that's the tree part, and then this is the leaves. Okay, I see. Um, yeah. What kind of material is this? Maybe it's just a specular. What if you just took that off? You know, what's a frame that has that problem? Like, it's hard to know exactly where, because it's not every frame. But let's just compare if we just take off the specular color. Just wanted to get rid of that, yeah. But now it seems like it gets rid of the whole image, which is weird. We should still be getting color. I don't know. We can check. Snapshot the current just so I can pick a little bit of that and just render that one bit. Yeah, I have a feeling that that's going to fix the sparkle issue. Um, what else were we saying? There was I went over the foot thing the last time, so you could look at that. What's going on with this? Particularly that. That's a little bit eye-catching. I don't really think this was ever UV mapped. What I would do, just yeah, this is just a bit crazy. It's not been UV mapped, but if you want to kind of cheat, you could just at this point, if I just had a UV planar, what is that, X? Um, it's already starting to look a little bit better. I don't know. Right? Instead of this weird thing. Or you could actually properly UV map it, which would be better. But right now it's a little distracting, as is this. But is that in any of the shots? Yeah, you do see that. It's a bit stretched out there. So you might want to UV map that too. Um, yeah, and there's just still a little bit. I think maybe if you just kind of went a little bit smaller with the head movements here, it's kind of big. I think it might be better. And then just generally for the graininess, she's got a lot of graininess on her face. I mean, the easiest thing, but also the slowest thing, is just going to be to turn up the um, the camera anti-aliasing. But you know, every time you turn that up, it's going to really increase your render time. But it also will reduce the graininess. So you just have to turn it up as much as you have time to turn it up for. Um, do some test frames and do the math on the number of frames you have and see if you have time to, if you got this up to like 7, you're going to see a huge difference, both in the amount of render time and in the, reduction of graininess.